What up, family? It's Raider Squid coming to you from the oh-so-beautiful Pacific Northwest. Just wanted to let y'all know the first annual Northwest Black Hole Blackout is taking place on Saturday, 15 August at the Peninsula Park in Portland area. If you are in the area, hope to see you there. Raiders!
Good evening, Raider Nation. I am honored and excited to be here tonight, and we want to thank Raider Homer for the invitation and opportunity to tell our story. My name is Beverly, and I am the co-owner of the new brand designed especially for you, Chucky's Thugs. We personally developed an original logo for all of the OG fans and an exciting new one with a Vegas flair. We hope you love them as much as we do. We started this brand with a clothing and accessory line with the goal in mind to help support us. I was diagnosed with stage 4 non-Hodgkin's lymphoma in 2015. This particular type of cancer is in my blood and bone marrow and is not curable. It can go dormant and flare back up. Is it a chronic type of cancer needing ongoing, lifelong, intermittent treatment? This blood cancer has also caused acquired hemolytic anemia and cold agglutinin disease. These are being treated with chemotherapy as well. I was a single parent of 2 daughters when I was diagnosed. It was a physical, emotional, and financial struggle. There were several local nonprofit organizations that were an enormous help with Christmas gifts for the kids, hygiene supplies, food, and helping pay small bills. Because of the impact and the help we received, we were able to survive until I was approved for disability. Our aim is to donate a portion of our profits back to these charities that were there for me when I needed them. These places need us to be able to continue to help all of the parents still being diagnosed with cancer every day. I know what it means to be a fighter and to so far survive and to still be here to make a difference for others. After I met my soulmate Norman and I was medically stable, we were able to work on building Chucky's Thugs. The idea was his dream, and together we put it into action. We love the Raiders, and it is a true compliment to be considered the little cousins of the nation. We are currently holding a fundraiser, and with any donations of $10 or more, you can request a holographic sticker, a patch, or a Chucky's Thugs lymphoma ribbon bracelet as a thank you. You can message us on Facebook and Instagram to send us your name and address, as well as providing Cash App or PayPal information to submit payment. Please check out our website at chuckysthugs.com and take a moment to read our full story. And don't forget, a portion of all of your purchases online are also donated back to the cancer groups. We may be the bad boys of football, but we will remain the good guys in our communities. With the help of this audience and the entire Raider Nation, we can make a difference. Thank you for your ongoing support. We hope you have a great evening.
All right, hello Raider Nation. Welcome back to Monday Nights Live. I'm Raider Homer, and tonight I have 4 more guests lined up for you. So let's go over how Monday Nights Live works. It's structured like a football game, but instead of 4 quarters, we have 4 callers. We break for the halftime show after the second caller. Now during the halftime show, we will hear from the viewers and Raider musicians. And this week we are hearing songs from Mike D. Chill, Raiderhead, and Team Bad. And I like Team Bad's music, man. Of course, I like everybody's music, but Team Bad, they just sent me a bunch of their music, so I'm glad to share it. All right, kicking off tonight's show, Violet's coming on the show, but Ainsley and Donnie, they had to cancel for tonight. They're going to reschedule for next week, so hopefully we can get Ainsley and Violet on at the same time. I think that would be great. So filling in for Ainsley is the Only Nation podcast with Captain Jack Rackham, myself, and Asylum. All right, and then we're going to do an Oaktown Legends segment with Raider Singh. This is his first time on the channel, so we're going to find out how he became a Raider fan and what made him want to step up and be a super fan. Of course, after the second caller, we have the phone blitz, that's the viewers calling in to give their shout outs or make some announcements, whatever it is. And then after the halftime show, we're going to hear from Mob Boss and Joker Raider. Now, providing backup for tonight's show is the Raider Invasion podcast. All right. Now, I want to remind y'all to check out the Only Nation podcast. That's with me, Heidi Stabbert, and T3. You can find us on all kinds of podcasting apps, man. We're out there. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel at the Only Nation podcast. All right, and subscribe to T3 Sports Guy YouTube channel. That's what he does his Raider Roots podcast. And of course, as always, subscribe to Captain Jack Rackham Levy's YouTube channel. All right, and don't forget to go check out episode 1 of the Raider Invasion podcast on at the RaiderHomerChannel.buzzsprout.com. Be sure to like and follow and subscribe to the Raider Homer channel on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and right here on YouTube so you don't miss these interviews live. Now, Blitzers, get your calls in by 8 o'clock. Hey, and the Blitzers came through tonight. So we're going to hear a lot from the Blitzers. And you can also leave your shout-outs in the chat line, and I'll read those in between callers if they're there. I did that test live stream with 4 Life the other day, and something happened. So I'm going to have to go back in to look and see what happened with that. But check it out. If you want to buy the Raider Homer Shield patch, let me know. I only got a few of these left. But the Bullseye patches are in. So hit me up, message me, and I'll get your order squared away. All right, now this week's mailbag, kind of light, but hey, it's cool. I got a patch from Lisa Bisecker. This is a cool Lady of Death Raiderette patch. That's a pretty cool patch. I don't know if I can put this one on Sophia's jersey though, but it's still a cool patch. I appreciate it, Lisa. All right, and then one of our guests tonight, I went and like I've been saying, show your support to the fans that are dedicated to this team, and that's what I've been doing. Look, this is the One Nation Unity hat that I got from jr60brands.com. This is a cool hat, man. Fitted. Look at that. Joker Raider, man, stepping up his game. Look at that hologram sticker on there. Also, it comes with the Unity kit, or it's kind of like a kit, but it's got the Unity patch, poker chips, and a pin. I'm telling you, man, poker chips are cool. I got poker chips too. So let me know. You can message me, and I'll get you the poker chips sent out. Of course, JR60 Joker, he offers awesome stickers. So just hit him up. He'll get you squared away. And we're trying to get y'all to get some of these magnets, on our The Only Nation podcast. All you got to do is call into the show and send us your, or text us your address, and we'll send you out some magnets, and we got some other merchandise coming. All right. So, hey, thanks for showing all the Raider love, y'all. Let's see. Hey, check it out. PlayersCongress.com. Polo Rodriguez and Bob Grant. It's Bob Grant and the players that made the game. You can check it out at PlayerCongress.com. And you can also contact Polo Rodriguez to purchase one of Otis McKinney's autographed items signed by Raider legends. Whew. Yeah, I don't know. That was a rough one. Sorry about that. Here we go, though. Let's go ahead and get to the callers. And, of course, our first call is from the Raider Invasion podcast.
Yep, and go.
All right, here we are, Raider Nation, the Raider Invasion podcast with Captain Jack, Asylum, and myself. How y'all doing, fellas?
Go ahead, you bastard. I'll give an R after you're done because they let you out for this event, R. I'm doing good. I'm happy to be out. Always a good sign.
Hey, we're waiting for it.
I already gave an R. My God, how many do I got to give you, bastard? About 12 a show.
Hey, so
12 a show. Okay,
don't
I got
forget,
what?
every time Captain Jack drinks or cusses, you drink, all right? So.
Yeah, that's a show. I mean, I better go get more beers in. Hold on. You might want to get a keg, man. It's a little bit easier if you just do like one big fucking shot from the keg, and then I can do that. Just let the tap keep going, man. Just keep it flowing and going, man. That's it. Yeah, I won't talk. I'll just make sure I got the spout in my mouth and just keep pumping. Yeah, it would be just like Homer saying, "Oh, here." There you go.
All right, man. So a lot of news dropped today, man. Lots to talk about as far as the Raiders, man. We're not no fans at the game. PJ Hall got traded. Markel Lee got released. Two guys opted out. There's a lot going on.
Ooh, I missed about the opt out. Who opted out?
Some names, some Booker guy and somebody else.
No. The Killings, and I can't remember the other name, but it was Killings, DJ Killings, or I don't. It was he was a D-back that was probably not going to make the roster anyway. So I mean, getting an opt out is a good thing. Is the fact that they're giving you $150,000 to basically take a vacation. And the one thing is that unless they did the rules changing, you can opt out and then opt back in later on. So if anybody opts out, if that's the way the rules are, then you could come back and latch on with a team that needs a defensive back later in the season. So it's basically a $150,000 mini vacation.
Man,
always my job to do that.
I know. I was gonna say, whoo, must be nice.
Yeah. That's the way it is.
But yeah, hey, so Mike Mayock working his magic. We didn't have any 7th-rounders last year, but he got some 7th-rounder for PJ Hall, who just probably wasn't going to make the team, tell you the truth, right? So Mayock coming through again.
Go ahead there, Asylum. I'll park in on PJ after you're done. I was waiting for you because I was going to quote you because I believe you talked about earlier today. It's only conditional on if he's on the roster for, 6 games? That we get that something like that. Back? Yep. Uh-huh. So, I mean, I don't know if he made the team or not. I heard it was weight issues, and I'm going to assume since they were going to cut him anyways, I'm assuming he came in overweight, and they weren't happy about it. I think that I can say legitimately what he said. PJ was put on notice a long time ago from Mayock, and the fact that he came in, and if they've only had him for a couple of days and they definitely did not like what they see, they're trying to get something for nothing. They're trying to polish up a turd, and I'm sorry to say that because I had a lot of aspirations for PJ being a big part of this team, but he just really hasn't performed. And if he can go to Minnesota, my friend Touchdown Tommy Pee-Pee Eater, who is on my other show, and that's a personal joke. He said that the Vikings are desperate need of tackles. Well, if they are, then great. If PJ can make the team, great. But you know what? If he's out of shape now, there's no saying that he's even going to make that roster. So at least trying to get something for him is a good sign. Yeah, no, I agree with that. At least we're trying. And if he's going to get cut anyways, might as well take a flyer on.
Yeah.
Okay, he makes the roster for 6 games, and if he doesn't, and we don't get the pick, oh well, we were going to cut him anyways.
Yeah, put yourself in position to get something back, right? I thought that was a good move.
Mm-hmm.
Because with Malik Collins, I mean, P.J. Hall's not going to get a lot of play time anyways. And then they got another tackle. I can't remember his name, though, but he was also, I think, a Marinelli guy. So,
Hurst, he was the Cowboy. I think his name was Rush.
Yeah, something like that. But then, Hurst, we'll see what happens with him. Of course, he had that heart condition, so I've almost been waiting for him to opt out.
I'm kind of waiting on that too, but they don't. Isn't there a deadline on how long they have?
Well, I think they.
Yes, according to Adam Schefter. Yep, Thursday at 4 p.m. I just got a notice right before we went to air. Okay. So he might be waiting on a doctor to give the okay to go or something like that. With the heart condition, I kind of expect it to happen, but maybe he'll give it a try. Maybe he's willing to take the risk.
I hope so, because with some help on beside him, pushing the pocket, he was actually pretty good. And I mean, he was a good run defender. It's just he was okay at putting pressure, but he definitely needed some help. And PJ Hall was just not. He wasn't helping.
I think that Hurst will be more of a loss than obviously PJ. He's basically an afterthought. But Hurst has been playing well. I mean, remember he had that big pick against one of the teams in the later part. It was either Tennessee. I think it was Tennessee. Yeah, because I think the quarterback actually tackled him after that long run.
Yeah.
But Hurst was playing very, very well. If he continues to do that, this would be, I think, his 3rd year. Get things under, and providing he has some people alongside him that can help him out. He would be a definitive attribute for the Raiders. He's playing with a bad kicker, but it hasn't really affected him these 2 seasons. I mean, that kicker issue is why he dropped to like the 4th round when the Raiders picked him up.
Yeah.
But he's played well, and as long as the doc said that he's good to go, and it's no more of a risk for him, then I definitely hope that we have Mr. Hurst in our lineup this year for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I liked him. I thought it was a good pickup, especially considering he was supposed to go in the 2nd or the 1st, right? But they had the heart condition, or he had the heart condition, and so he dropped. So I remember a lot of people talking about us getting a good pick out, or he was a good pick at that position. So,
yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, as long as he can pass that physical every year, that was the concern. I think he was supposed to go late in the 1st round.
Yeah.
Was where he was projected, and I agree. I think he's played well for us, and I think he's only going to get better. And if he got the help out there with them, it's just going to help him out even more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you, if there was a drinking game for me swearing, you guys, I almost was going to go into Tourette's mode. I look in my bag, I don't see my fucking chocolate chip cookies.
Those motherfuckers.
I did look; they are there. So, because if my chocolate chip cookies were not going to be there, I would have went on at least 20 minutes of just swearing, and everybody would be drunk and alcohol poisoned. That's for sure. I'd have had to go get a couple more. That's for sure. I'm already almost out from this short conversation.
You're gonna go full Cookie Monster mode,
huh? Cookies. Give me my cookies.
All right, man. So the shitty news of the day, right? No fans at the stadium. Man, we lost the Dragons at the stadium. Now, Cap, I know you're a season ticket holder, so you've been waiting. You finally got that email. Talk to us, man. What are you thinking?
Actually, it was amazing that a lot of people, I think like 3 people sent me notices before I even saw the email. I mean, Tommy, my roommate over in England, or from Cuba, who's over in England, he sent me a blast. Steve sent me a blast. Ed Winchell sent me a blast. So everybody knows how worried and concerned I was about that they gave me the information before the Raiders did. So I commend everybody that was looking out for me. I've said this for a while, Homer. The NFL needs to go to no fans. I mean, in my estimation, why? No. Listen to me now. Why is it that you're going to give one team a definitive home field advantage because they have fans in the stands when other teams do not? For this year, and up until a situation where maybe when it's time for the playoffs, and depending upon the pandemic situation as of January, you go through an entire season, no fans in the stands, give an equal footing for all the 32 teams out there, and then if it comes to a point where you can realistically possibly have fans in the stands, then you figure it out. But until that time, make sure that all 32 teams, in my estimation, are playing in the same way.
That's actually a good point. I never thought about it that way. I figured that, I was thinking people that paid for the tickets should just get to go to the game, but I didn't think about it like that. So that's actually a very good point.
Well, occasionally I have some.
Yeah, occasionally. I'll give you that.
Have you found out what the payment yet? Are they pushing it till next year, or what's going on about that? Yes, according to the email, they said anybody that wanted a full refund to reply to the email. They said that if you wanted to have your account credited for next year, nothing further was needed to be done, that they would credit your account for next year. Oh, that's good. I'm glad to hear that.
So
most definitely.
So, I mean, they sold out on the PSLs, right? So if people want their money back, does that open up the PSL for other people?
That I do not know. I think that's probably one of those things where if you're interested, if there's anybody that is of touch with the Raiders, it should be on their website. I'm sure somebody is going to be manning the phones that will take that response and figure that one out. That, unfortunately, Homer, I do not know that one.
Well, let me ask you something, because I'm interested. If that happens, I would love to jump in on it. Hey, Houston Raider Steve, let me know. Call me later on after the show. Jump in there with somebody, make payments, try to get 2 seats. I'm not sure if it works. That makes sense, but I'm definitely want to get a PSL if somebody starts turning them back in. But tell me, I mean, how much do you have to put down to even get the PSLs? I know it varies, but where were you sitting, and how much did you have to put in, if you don't mind saying?
Well, I had lower bowl. I had corner end zone next to the section that would be the black hole. So not in the black section, over in the corner end zone. And for 2 tickets, I believe my PSLs were $21,000. Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm. You're a high roller.
And man,
yes, Jason, you got to sell a kidney to get in there. Yeah, apparently I would have too also.
Well, again, that's the price, and then there were plans where you can finance that. I mean, there are people that are still paying money for those $21,000. There are people, I think, that they were paying up to, and I don't want to quote wrong numbers, but let's say at least 5 years, 6 years maybe. Obviously, there's financing that goes with it. It's like buying a used car, although the Raider Stadium is definitely not a used car. But, when you talk about, $21,000 and financing, that's just for my case. Now, you figure that there are people that are financing $50,000 or $100,000, depending upon how many seats they have as well as where they are located. Obviously, club seats would go for a pretty penny. So not everybody's going to be able to afford, $50,000 or $100,000, depending upon location and seats. But, with the fact that the Raiders are not going to have any fans this year, basically it does give another year of people that maybe were on the fence, or maybe that they said, you know what, screw this, I'm out. But to be very honest, Homer, I don't think that there would be many people that would be the PSL situation. It's just the season tickets.
So they're gonna hold on to the PSLs but sell the tickets. But I mean,
Right. Well,
you can't sell them.
yeah,
What's the
their
point of
tickets
selling
would
them?
be moved. Yeah, the tickets would be moving forward. No, you can sell a PSL, but you have to sell it back to the Raiders.
Oh, okay. All right. That's confusing. Yeah, and expensive. So
Yes.
Angela says she bought nosebleeds PSLs for $1,000 per ticket. But hey, at least I'm still in the house. Well, eventually, I should be able to make my money back in a single season. And see, there goes the secondary market. Like the people that bought those tickets on the secondary market, they're kind of screwed, right?
I don't know what's going to be done with that, and that's obviously a question for people and lawyers and Ticketmaster and all those other things. Now, I will tell you this: when the COVID situation came down, Ticketmaster put out different policies as far as for refunds and things along those lines. They definitely did not want to be caught with their pants down. So there might be people that are really screwed because of this. I don't know what the situation will be. I know that with Ticketmaster, they said that a game had to have been canceled for you to even attempt to get your money back. So with the Raiders canceling out the fans, in my estimation, you should be able to get your money back on the secondary market. But that's just Ticketmaster. You figure how many other secondhand seating people are out there, StubHub and the other one with the View thing. And, so each company is different, Homer. So I wouldn't even begin to venture a guess on that.
That's crazy, man. I feel bad for those people.
Well, especially if they don't get their money back. I feel bad for them. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, well, another news, the Raiders flagship station came out, 920 FM, I think. Did y'all get a chance to listen to that today?
Nope. Didn't even know about it.
What? Man, I've been.
What did you, Homer? You kind of faded out. What was that last comment?
The Raiders flagship radio station 920 is out now with JT the Brick, your boy Q's on there. It actually got a pretty good lineup. I called in today, but I got cut off because I think I was just rambling. But I tried.
No, Homer rambled. No. Oh, come on, man. Tell me something that is not true, man. Come on now.
Oh, man. It was
That's
cool.
The thing. I talk too much.
It was cool to get to talk to JT the Brick, though. But yeah, that was
actually, I wanted to have JT the Brick talk to us, but JT's a very hard interview to get. That's for sure.
Well, Karen Metters knows him, so fingers crossed. So yeah, I'm gonna be hitting her up.
Maybe.
Man, everybody's showing up. Thanos is in here. Bad Guys, Angela, Lisa, Jason, Raider Squid. Thank y'all for showing up. Hey, Cap, man, you've been going off today on your streaming, and you were on Cap Muddle show, Coach Muddle, right? I listened to a little bit of that.
Yeah, I do like a wanted to come on early to talk about the Raider ticket situation, and without fans, went right to do Coach Muddle. Left the house to grab some chicken.
Wait, hold on. Hello?
Go ahead.
All right, hey, Steve, Houston Raider Steve dropping in, one of the original Raider Invasion podcast co-hosts. How you doing, Steve?
Hey, let's all raise a toast to Cliff Branch. Unfortunately, a year ago today, he passed away and everything. Out, I believe was it Arizona or Nevada and everything. But this is for Cliff, man. I mean, when you think of the all-time Raider greats, he's on a very short list with Tatum and the Snake and Marcus Allen and Tim Brown. What say you, gentlemen?
Oh yeah, that's a Texas legend.
Yeah, and his birthday just recently passed too. Me and him shared a birthday. On Saturday was his birthday as well.
Well, happy birthday, my friend.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Thank you.
We all want to say hello and everything, and it was a great show and everything. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to call in. I was working, but for life and everything that I saw today and everything. It was just like JT the Brick on steroids, man. It was just an awesome show.
Yeah, that was a cool one.
It was.
Yeah, and getting back to the question there, I mean,
I'm sorry.
If you look at the, but what you brought up as far as with Cliff in the Hall of Fame, if you look at his statistics, there is why he is not in the Hall of Fame. You look at, he brought in statistics and yards, and in that era, I mean, the only thing that Lynn Swann and John Stallworth have over him is that they have one more Super Bowl ring. That's it. That's all that they have. But you look at all did during that time. I mean, okay, Lynn Swann and Stallworth, they were known for the Steelers, but who was the most feared receiver in the 70s? And that was definitely young Clifford Branch. That's for sure.
He was. They didn't know how to stop him. They did their whole defensive schemes around him, and there's like, how could we remember in Pittsburgh? They supposedly froze the field and everything to try to slow him down. Remember with one of the championship games, it was amazing. They said, wait a minute, the tarp's not on this end of the field. Well, they did that to neutralize Cliff Branch specifically. Wouldn't you say so, gentlemen?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh yeah. That's actually in that behind the field book. They talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's But thanks for the intro. I just want to say, just want to get your opinion about this. When I was listening to the podcast yesterday on For Life and everything, I kept thinking, don't you think? Now this is just me being a Raider fan, just armchair quarterback. I really hope that John Gruden, with all the weapons he has on offense, that he doesn't try to run the offense like the Bill Parcells. Let's just run. We've got we need to get back to what it was when Al Davis was in charge. Have them fear you. Throw deep on first down. Just throw the long ball. Open up the offense, because if I see the same offense I saw last year, I'm going to be pulling out what few hairs I have left on my head. What say you all?
I want to see the run. That's Gruden. Gruden likes to run, man, and he stacked up on tight ends for a reason. Of course, you got Ruggs, right? He can go deep, but that's a decoy. He's there mostly to keep the safety out of the box, I want to see him run, man. Josh Jacobs is a true running back, and, that opens up the play action. That, take deep shots, but take them at the right time and the right situation. Set it up. That's what I like to do. I want him to set it up. Run, and then take the shot.
Homer, I agree with Stephen in the one respect. Okay, we have a good running game, or the makings of a good running game. Like I said, the offensive line is definitely top 3 in the NFL. Really good tight ends that can run and block. Okay, or run block, I should say. But you have to scare people. If you're going to use and this is definitely not Chuck Fairbanks, but ground Chuck and Gruden, you got to be able to throw the ball around a bit, because if they keep stacking, then damn it, if you're going to stack the box and the run is stopped, then do something with the friggin' ball. And at least this year, there's no excuse. We have the weapons on the outside to do that. So then maybe
I'm thinking if Jeremy Hill can come back from, not playing for a couple of years and having that ACL, that torn ACL, he's the bigger thumper. He's the Tyrone Wheatley. And then if we got Josh Jacobs being the more like Charlie Garner, I would think, not necessarily Kaufman, but, somewhere in between those two guys, that 1-2 punch. And then, because remember, Gannon under Gruden, he wasn't passing a whole lot. He won the MVP when Callahan was calling the plays, because they opened it up. But Gruden was there.
Well, see, that's exactly the point. That's exactly the point.
Gruden took us to the playoffs, right? And then I think, twice. We lost against the Ravens, and then we lost against the Patriots, and that's what cost him his job. Callahan only took Gruden's team once. And that's.
But the thing was Callahan opened up that offense with Mark Trestman. What Callahan did was he said, "Hey, we got a NASCAR right here, but we need to take the fucking restrictor plate off." And Callahan with Trestman did that with Gannon. It was the same personnel, the same people that were for the 2 years prior when we were 12-4 and 11-5. And then, under Callahan and Trestman, that was a souped-up offense that did not just stop because we ran, and we threw, and we threw, and we threw. And we were able to do all of those things together. Now, Gruden in his press conference said, I got to make better decisions. I got to stop leaving points on the field. I mean, I screwed up when he even talked about all the times that we were down on the 1 and 2 yard line and we couldn't get the ball across. Shouldn't be in that situation as much. And as long as it's a balanced attack, I don't mind if you run, but I don't want to see no more than 60% run. I want to see at least 40%, if not more, pass. Make it close to 50-50, and I'll be happy.
Yeah, but remember, they weren't bombing.
We need more of the deep ball.
Trestman wasn't
bombing.
We
need more of the deep ball and field passes.
That's the old Al Davis mindset, man.
When you're pounding the ball.
I'm just not there, man, because I don't remember Gruden throwing Gannon throwing the deep ball all the time. Sure, he had it every once in a while, but it was the intermediate passes to Jerry Rice and Tim Brown working underneath that made that offense go. And that's what helped them control the clock too, because they were pretty good at controlling the clock under Callahan and Trestman. So this is what I'm saying, man. If a shootout, do we want to get into a shootout all the time? Because most of these offenses can score, 21 points, 24 points easily in a game. I don't want to see the shootout. I want sometimes the best defense, especially with our defense coming in with some bunch of new guys. Sometimes the best defense is keeping the other offense off the field, right? Wearing down the opponent's defense.
Yeah, but like you said, it doesn't have to be. Doesn't have to be straight long passes. If you got a receiver that can open up the middle, you can throw that damn 15-yard button hook. But then if the guy or you have a crossing pattern to Darren Waller and he continues to run, or Ruggs in a crossing pattern, you have a 15-yard pass that goes maybe 70 yards later on. I'm not saying they have to be exorbitantly every run of 9. No, I'm just saying throw the friggin' ball to the receivers that are open up that offense, especially if you're throwing over the linebackers and you're getting first down after first down after first down. And then when they start coming up, then you throw it right over the top and throw a post pattern to whoever.
Well,
Make sure that your passing game is complementary to your running.
I like that. But remember, the numbers are coming out. They're talking about Ruggs being a really good intermediate pass route wide receiver with great hands, but those yak yards is what he can come up with, and that's what's important, right? Because that was kind of like Jerry Rice at catching and then running, and Tim Brown would work underneath. I know I'm doing the comparison things, but just if you look at what Gruden's doing with Mayock, they're trying to basically build that same team, and that's why I think Carr's going to excel with Ruggs, because they're going to have that intermediate passing game down, man, and that's because then you're drawing that defense up, right? And I'm not talking about 8 in the box, but you're drawing that defense up because you're handing that ball to Josh Jacobs, and then Jeremy Hill is going to come in and thump you for a little while after that. But remember, Derek Carr he's good with the play action, so boom, that's when that 20-yard pass to Ruggs will turn into hopefully a 70-yard touchdown, or even the screen too, But that was Cooper's main. That was to me, that was his best play, is that little wide receiver screen, But you got to.
What do you think about?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
You're on your thought. Go ahead. No, I was just going to say, weren't you all licking your Ruggs, and then they went out and got Edwards and Bowden? We're all competing against the Kansas City Chiefs. We're trying to close the talent gap that unfortunately, when Al was. We're taking reaches on the fastest guy, but not necessarily the best player at the time. But in order to match up with Mahomes, you got to go out and get the players that we got in this draft. And I was just so, if I can say it, so damn excited when we got these 3, because it's been exciting. Just think about it. And then you got Hunter Renfrow, and you got of course Jacobs and all the all the tight ends we have, Moreau and all that. This explosive offense, you got to just be thinking, Kansas City, how are you going to defend it? Okay, before we, obviously, we all got, sit back with Antonio Brown, the name we don't talk about.
That's what we have this year.
Yeah. Boo. Let's not talk about that asshole anymore.
Suspension before he ever plays it down this year.
8-game suspension while he's retired.
Yeah.
No, Cap, I heard what you were saying on the other show. He's got to be signed before that suspension kicks in. So, but somebody's got to be willing to take
exactly, and that is in my estimation. No, it does not count because he's not signed with anybody.
Yeah, he has to be
signed
team.
with somebody, and those 8 games start to count. The fact that how many games he misses does not count against that 8-game suspension.
Right. He's got to be signed.
I'm going to have to reread that because that's not how I read it.
Somebody has to be on a team in order for to miss the games. He has to be on a team.
That works for me.
All right, cool. Hey, I got Raider Singh up next, y'all, so I got to get going, man. Maybe I should have put y'all on the last time slot because we could have kept on talking. But, hey, you know what? Let's try to get something together this weekend, and maybe we can record the Raider Invasion Podcast Episode 2 if y'all have some time on Sunday.
I'm good as long as it's before my show. Sounds good.
All right, cool. All right. Well, thank you.
Enjoy the conversation. I was just going to say, isn't it great? Here it is. We're not really in the season, and only Raider Nation would show up and be talking football in the. You know, I just think it's awesome how it's just not 6 months of the year; it's all year round. This is what we live and breathe. It's the silver and black tradition of the Raiders. What say you all? And
Raider Nation for life.
Raider Nation for life.
Raiders. You got it. Yeah, it makes my pecker hard.
Man, what the fuck? I knew I should have cut your ass off, Captain. Oh, shit. Sorry, Raider Nation. You had to hear that. Oh, I tell you, it's worse, though. It's worse behind the scenes.
Captain, you got to walk the plank after that one, brother.
No, I'm going to raise my main mast where the wenches are.
All right, guys. I second that motion.
Hey, don't say hand in motion after that, man. Come on, man.
No, I said I second that motion. That's what I said.
Okay, all right.
I agree with
just as long as you're not motioning the motion.
Cap, get the... All right, y'all. Thanks for calling in. I appreciate it, man. Y'all have a good night.
Hey, everybody have a great night. Great talking to you.
Yarg.
All right, Raider Nation. There you have it. Captain Jack Rackham, Asylum, and Houston Raider Steve, and myself, the Raider Invasion Podcast. You can find that on the Raider Homer channel, buzzsprout.com. Episode 1's on there, and as you heard, we're going to work on episode 2. We've just been hanging loose, trying to figure out what the hell's going to happen with this season, but we're going to get back at it. All right, chat line is going off, man. What's up, Jason? Sebastian Gonzalez. I don't know about it. I don't know about Homer is God. I don't know about that, but I appreciate the sentiment, man. I appreciate it. Bad guys, man. It's good to see y'all in here. For Life, All Raider Story. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for the support. We got Raider Squid in here. We got Son. Son's back. Hey, we're not playing any games tonight, Son. So we're just gonna be talking football, learning about the Raider Nation itself. Lisa's in here. Black Thanos is in here. Now, Black Thanos is asking if we're going to take a superfan picture in front of the stadium. I think that's a great idea, man. That would be real cool to do that. Kaylee, hi. Hi, Kaylee. Thanks for showing up. You can leave a shout out if you want before 8 o'clock. Ravine is in here. Lewis is in here. Thor. All right, brother. Herman Munster, man. It's been a while, brother. Good to see you in here. Yeah, man. Yeah, we got to beat the Chiefs. And that's what I was saying. I don't want to be in a shootout with the Chiefs, man. I don't want to do that. I want to keep that offense off the field as much as possible. All right, so with that being said, man, our next guest is the Oaktown Legend segment. This is his first time on the show, Raider Singh. So we're going to find out how he became a fan, what made him want to be a super fan, and we're gonna find out about the C-Lot boys. So let's go ahead and transition. All right, Raider Nation, here he is, Raider Singh, for the first time on the Raider Homer channel. How you doing, brother? Hello?
Hey, bro, how's it going, man?
It's going well, man. You were breaking up a little bit.
Yeah.
So, hey, no big deal. Hey, so, like I said, this is your first time on the show here on the Raider Homer channel. When people
Yep,
come,
yep.
I'm all about world building, so the first time people come on, I like to find out their origin stories, and then
Cool.
we'll continue your story, as we go. So,
Cool.
let's
For
start
sure,
off,
sounds good.
well, let's start off with how you became a Raider fan and why you became a Raider fan.
So I became a Raider fan probably like in the mid '90s when I was around 10. Before that, I was kind of between the Niners and the Raiders, but my dad and my brother were just straight up hardcore, like fans of and I think around like '95, I was just like chilling with my dad and just watching football, and he was just way more into the Raiders than I was. So I kind of just became a fan more then, and then like if you flash forward like 2000s or whatever, I was straight up repping the Raiders hard. I started going to the games when I couldn't afford it. So I probably went to my first game in like 2005, and then I think I went to like one or two games. And then around 2010 is when I started coming up with the idea of I want to go to the games, but I want to rep our culture, like our culture and our music, and all that. So I was talking to my wife at the time, and she goes, if you want, why don't you get a turban? And I'm like, oh shit, you know what? That's a good idea. So I did the whole turban thing, man, and I've been doing it for the past 8 years, bro. And I've been having season tickets for the past 6 years there. I mean, obviously I didn't get them in Vegas though, but yeah, man, I've been repping hard.
We'll talk a little bit about your culture, man. I don't want to ask any question and be off, man. Tell us about your culture.
Yeah, so my religion is Sikhism. I'm not sure if you heard about that. It's like the 5th or 6th largest religion in the world. We're from the northern part of India, and the Sikhs only make up I think 1 or 2% of the whole population of India. So we are minority. My parents came out here in the 78 and stuff like that. So they were working hard in the fields and stuff, saved up. I was born in '85. And then for the culture wise, I mean, it's just we're really peaceful people, but we love to party. I mean, if you guys been to my tailgates, there is an endless amount of beer and liquor. So our culture is all about partying and having fun and, staying with the culture. We're all farmers naturally. So, when all these Indians came over to the U.S., they started doing a lot of farming and labor work. And there's a ton of us in businesses. I'm sure you guys seen them 7-Elevens and truck drivers and all that shit, right? But yeah, I mean, the culture is cool. It's for tailgates, people come out and they see us and they're like, dude, where you guys from? Because they have no idea. So, I mean, we're there just to have fun and stuff,
Yeah, that's what it's all about, having fun, being with your family,
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
So, I mean, who's your favorite player? Talk to us a little bit more about why you love the Raiders.
My favorite player has to be Charles Woodson, man. I love that guy, dude. I love the way he played. With his age and all, man, he was raw as hell. I mean, shit, if he wants to come out of retirement and play now, I still think he'll be raw as hell. I mean, he was great. He is by far my favorite player. I mean, he's been on the Raiders for a long time. Yeah, he bounced over to Green Bay, then he came back or whatever. But still, I mean, dude, Seawood is the shit.
Yeah, man, I was a huge Seawood fan. I talk about this often. I was in 1998, man. I remember waking up and running to the school to find out if we drafted him because we didn't have cable and all that,
Yeah.
I was excited to see that we drafted him. Of course, I was a Bo Jackson fan, so anytime there's a Heisman Trophy winner, I'm all about it.
Yeah. Cool. That's what's up.
So talk to us about the C-Lot.
C-Lot Boys. So C-Lot Boys was kind of created officially or like unofficially about like 2-3 years ago. Before that, it was just honestly, man, it was just our boys, dude. Like half the guys DJ, so they had DJ equipment. I had my boy that owned like 5 or 6 Indian restaurants, so we always went there and we bought the chicken and they just marinated it. So it's like I don't know if you had Indian food, but it kind of tastes like that butter, like chicken, but it's just like we grill it. So we just go out there and party and have fun. And I mean, it started with a group of like honestly like 8 people, and then it kind of grew, became 20, and then 30. And I want to say the past 2 years is when we kind of blew up, and like people were just posting videos of us, and then out of nowhere it's like all these Indians from all over just come to tailgates and try to find us and party with us, because all we do is play like, I mean, obviously we play like all kinds of music, but it's just straight like hardcore like Indian music the whole time. People are vibing out there and just having fun. But and then I created the C-Lot Boys 2 years ago. I created an Insta page and started adding people and posting videos, and then it blew up even more. I mean, the last home game we had probably 120 or 30 people. We polished like 2 kegs. Like six handles, and when I mean handles, I'm talking about 1.75 liter of Crown, 6 of Jameson, 4 tequila. I mean, there was just
damn.
Yeah, man, there was like 5 gallons of white sangria. There was over 160 beer cans and bottles that were gone, and like 90 White Claws. Everything was polished. I mean, it was lit. The only person I that came through there was I think Joker. So if you ever talk to Joker about it, I mean, he was walking there and he was just amazed. He was just like, "Damn, you guys tailgate hard." I'm like, "Yeah, bro, I do." I was like, I've been telling like all these people all year, come by, check out the tailgate. We always have food. We have a lot of liquor, and all that. If you want to come through and kick it and party or whatever, man, it's all good, man. We take care of you. Like we always have Red Zone going on. That going on with the TV, and then just people just dancing and partying, honestly. Like we have fans that are not we have fans that aren't even Raider fans. Like our boys are Niner fans. They just come to tailgate because they're just like, you guys have like the best tailgates ever. I'm like, obviously.
So do you got any plans for Vegas?
So for Vegas, I didn't get the season tickets there because I don't see myself going to, or I don't see myself being a commitment to, going to the games. With my business that I got going on, I'm always busy with weddings and events and stuff on the weekends. So when I had season tickets here, my Sundays were usually open. But if you're talking about Vegas and flying out there or driving out there with all the equipment, it's probably not going to work. So I'm pretty sure when the season starts, me and the boys are probably going to pick like one game. And if we can just drive out there with our trucks, load everything up, find a taco person, because what we had for the past 4 years, we found this guy, he just makes tacos. He actually makes anything. So we tell him like, hey, we're going to have about, 50 people. And he'll be like, all right, here's the menu. It'll be about $20 a person. And then all the people that have confirmed, I obviously tell them, here's the liquor and here's the meat. So we always had people like, paying and chipping in. So it's easy. I mean, I did it in Arizona. We went to the game last year. I found a DJ out there. He knew one of my boys. He came out and DJ for free. I found a taco person, and we had like 40 heads there, and we're just partying it up.
Man, I think the Raiders show up in Dallas next year. You think you can make it to Dallas? I'd love to party with you, man.
Oh, dude, 100%, man. I mean, as soon as that schedule comes out, and if I have no events, crossing my fingers, if I have no event that day, I mean, shit, I'll even fly out like Saturday night, catch a red eye or whatever, and get there Sunday morning just to come out there and party or whatever,
Oh, yeah, okay, cool, man. Sorry, I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties right now with my internet, but...
No.
No, but so, okay, so it should be fine. Everything should be fine. We're going to keep on rolling it on. The news came out, though, right? That's one thing about Raider Nation. Like, Thanos is already still thinking about getting together and, taking a picture in front of the stadium and all that. No matter what, Angela and Anna, too, and probably Thor. They're all thinking about going to week 1 or the home opener. I mean, that's what's great about that. But how are you feeling about no fans in the stadium this year?
Ah, man, that's like honestly weird, dude. I mean,
Hold on, you're breaking up.
hey, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Hey, sorry. For the fans not being there, I don't know, man. I mean, that's like just. I mean, I don't see a purpose of playing football if there's gonna be no fans there. You know, because the fans is what makes the game experience. Like you're there, everyone's like drunk or on something, and you're yelling and you're cheering and you're having fun, right? And if you're not going to have that, I mean, these players ain't going to hear the real fans. They're going to play like these like sound audio clips, right? That's not the same thing. I think it's going to suck. Like, I mean, these teams are losing money, obviously. I mean, all the owners and NFL are losing money. But, I mean, I don't know, man. It's weird times right now, you know?
Oh yeah. Yeah, dude, I'm with you though, man. I'm just bummed out. You know, I had lots of plans this year, and they all got shit on by COVID. You know,
Yeah.
and like I mean, this even if we have a season, right? Like this season could still end or not even start. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I'm with you, man. No fans in the stadium. It's gonna be boring. They're not gonna get hyped up. Like if everybody talks about how the fans create the momentum and things like that. Like
Oh, yeah.
all
Oh,
that's
yeah.
gonna be gone. These players could be playing flat, especially with no damn preseason to get warmed up. You know, this could just turn into a fucking nightmare real
Yeah.
quick, man.
Yep.
But yeah, man. So what's up? I mean, what's up with the drums, dude? I'm a musician myself, man. So I thought that was
Oh,
really
nice.
fucking cool.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I started playing that. Oh man, probably in like the late '90s, early 2000s. I kind of started playing the tabla. I don't know if you know what kind of instrument that is,
Nah, brother,
but I started
educate me.
learning that from the
Nah, brother, educate me.
So I don't know how to explain what tabla is. It's pretty much like you have to sit on the floor, and there's like one drum that you hit with your finger, and that's like the high pitch noise. And then next to it is like a bigger drum for the bass. So you pretty much essentially have to use the fingers on one hand, and then your palm and your wrist on the other for the bass part. So I kind of picked up some tunes then. My parents went to India, so then I told them, you know what, like I want a dole, which is what that drum is called. And pretty much the dole is like a two-sided drum. The one side is like a high-pitched sound, which the skin is a fiberglass. And then the other side is usually some kind of like animal skin. I think it's mainly, I think like a goat skin maybe. And then that side has a deep bass, and then I just kind of just just started off really slow, playing the music by myself and just kind of picking up the vibe and the rhythm, and then I slowly got better and better. Then my boys started doing it. Then in 2006, we started a Punjabi dance team, and our team sucked in like '06 to like '08. But around '08 is where we started doing good. So my team would dance, they'll have music, and I'd be on the stage playing the drum and ripping it. And then around '06, '09, we started placing first place. I'm talking about competitions all across the U.S. and Canada. I mean, we would go to D.C., we go to the Big Apple, we go to Toronto, Vancouver, Detroit, L.A., Long Beach, Surrey, I think Abbotsford. And like it's fun. And what happened was in 2009 we were doing so good. Barack Obama became president in 2008, took off in 2009, and in November he had the what do you call it, first state dinner, and as his guest he had the Prime Minister of India there. So Michelle Obama's team scrambled to find Indian performers. We had a YouTube video from a competition in LA that year that hit like 1 million views in like 2 months.
That's awesome, dude.
So yeah, oh yeah. So, and they saw the video and they liked us, man. They hit us up, dude, and they took our social security number down, everything, ran background checks, and then we had like 5 days to decide, and we said, yeah. So they flew us out there. They put us in the Ritz-Carlton. You know, we had our equipment in the White House. We got a picture with the president himself. It was cool, man. I mean, like it's fun being in the culture because, when you're in the culture, like you get exposed to like, all these different kinds of things. So, yeah, man. I mean, we're playing the drums since, and then, when we started doing tailgates, we're playing Indian music. I'm like, shit, I should bring my drum out. So I started bringing my drum out. And then you get like a crowd of people like who have never, ever seen a bunch of Indian Punjabis dancing, drinking like this, and just going wild and dancing to the drum.
Man. That's
Yo,
awesome.
man. Yeah, so so I always take it every tailgate. If Vegas happens this year, well, obviously it's not. But in 2021, I'm gonna fly out with my drum, even though there's gonna be no Indian music. I could jam up to whatever kind of music and just play.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, hey, dude, do you think you can? Do you do any recording?
I kind of used to do recording back in the day. Not anymore. I do have a couple boys that have like the whole setup with the mics inside their drums and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, if I need to record something, I could.
Hey, dude, I'd love to get some recordings, man. I'll play them on the show.
Oh, okay, for sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
If you go to my channel, you'll see me playing The Autumn Wind as a Raider.
Okay.
The Autumn Wind as a Raider Homer is what I call it. But it's
Okay,
like a metal version of The Autumn Wind. So.
Oh, nice.
It'd be awesome if we could figure something out like that,
Oh, yeah, hell yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah. All right, brother. Well, I mean, we're coming up on the last of this call, man. I appreciate it. Like I said, this is an Oaktown Legend segment, man. So be expecting that patch. I know you wanted it, man, and I appreciate you being patient, dude. Because a couple people have asked if they could buy it, but it's not for sale, man. It's for people. Like it's like an alumni thing on the channel for people that are from California. Nice. That helped elevate the Oakland tailgates. That whoever helped make the Oakland tailgates legendary gets an Oaktown Legends patch. In my mind, because every January 30th. We're going to celebrate the birth of the Oakland Raiders, and we'll have people that have that patch come on the channel and talk. It could be a 3-hour discussion,
yeah.
You know what I mean? And, I'd love to play some of your music. So, like, any videos you have, send them to me, and I'll start putting together footage of all that, man.
Oh, dude, I have a ton of videos. I mean, if you go to Instagram and you search C_lot_BOYZ, you'll see a bunch of videos from... I mean, obviously these past 2 seasons, but I got videos from like Arizona. Got pictures when we're out in DC. But yeah, I mean, I got a ton of videos up on there if you want to check them out, bro.
Well, yeah, no, but